Oh, how's it going, guys? I'm right here in my natural habitat, just, you know, doing some heavy lifting. Anyways, everybody, it's that time again. It's Sunday, and you guys know what that means. It's time for the Sunday night Q&A. So, let's get to those questions. Alrighty, everybody, and the first question is going to be coming from my boy Anthony, who asks, what is the most annoying question people always ask you? And this actually has changed over the course of the past few months. People always used to ask me, how many calories do you eat every single day? And that was the most annoying one. I would say that, I mean, I get it now, but I just don't really respond anymore because, I mean, I don't really count calories or anything like that. And I mean, it varies, and then again, I mean, it just gets asked so much, I just don't even want to respond to it anymore. I would say the most annoying questions really people ask, they're more like common sense questions, like people actually expect me to answer where I go to school and like what my job is, where I work, stuff like that. I mean, that's not really annoying, but it's more or less frustrating. So I wouldn't really say I get too many annoying questions, they're more or less just like frustrating questions. I don't know, really. So, alrighty, and the next question is going to be coming from Lone Jujitsu, who says, what's your type for girls? So my type, I don't really have a type really. I mean, I guess you could say that I prefer women to have a lot of confidence, have high self-esteem with themselves, a stable job. I mean, all of those things really matter. I like to have, I'd like to ideally date a woman, not a girl. That's the big thing with me. So if you have all those things, I mean, it really doesn't matter if you're, you know, wherever you may be in terms of being like a blonde or a brunette. I mean, ideally, I'm a blonde guy, I'll just say it right off the bat. But then again, personality really matters for me, as cliche as it. And the next question is going to be coming from RMR Karma 82. That's how you pronounce it. Question coming all the way from England. Do you know where your current body fat percentage is at currently? In recent videos, you look pretty cut up with lots of vascular definition in your arms and legs. Pretty impressive. I have no idea what my body fat percentage is, and if I were to estimate it, it'd probably be, probably over 10%, maybe 11, 12, I don't know, I don't really care. The big thing with me is I mainly hold most of my body fat in more of my abdominal region. That's just where my fat is displaced, but not really a concern of mine at this point. Alrighty, next question is going to be coming from Tori Richards, who asks, what does your workout plan look like? Do you do cardio followed by weights every day? Great question here, Tori. Workout plan, really, I don't really have a plan. That's the big thing. I mean, in terms of like how many days a week I go to the gym and everything like that. I mean, I pretty much schedule my plan, if I were to have one, based on what I plan on training that day. I don't really go about it a certain way. Granted, I do like to have a routine when I actually am like passionate for strictly going for strength. If I were to go on like a plan, I would either use Layne Norton's Fat. It's an awesome routine, and also there's like Baby Lovers 5x5. There's a lot of good starting strength routines out there that I'm a huge fan of, whether you're a beginner, novice, intermediate, advanced, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm obviously more a fan of powerlifting routines. I've used the Texas method in the past. So for that, I mean, I'm a huge fan of lower volume based routines, and then also whichever works with conjunction with cycling and everything like that. If I'm going to do both at the same time, if I'm gearing just for strength, I really like Layne Norton's Fat routine. So, and then in terms of actually how many days a week I do lift, typically it's about 4 or 5 times a week, and they're short sessions of around 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Alrighty, and the next question is going to be coming from Fernando Arroyo, who's also a loyal subscriber as well, who asks, what's your opinion on advantages and disadvantages of living alone? Was it difficult for you to adapt to this change? Thanks for answering. Have a good weekend. Awesome question again, Fernando. Advantages to living alone are, it's really going to boil down, in my opinion, to your personality. If you're an introvert and you thrive when you are alone, like I am, I do better when I'm by myself. You're able to focus on more things. You can pretty much go on you can pretty much take it a bunch of different ways, but I mean, being an introvert, being by yourself, being, I mean, that's pretty much a characteristic of introverts. You're able to be more productive when you're by yourself, and then you just, I mean, you feel more stable that way versus an extrovert. Obviously, if you live by yourself as an extrovert, I mean, you're pretty much going to be, I wouldn't say setting yourself up for failure, but I wouldn't say that's the most conducive thing for you. It's not going to really be beneficial for you in the end. I mean, for me, when I started living alone, I've always been a natural introvert, so it was better off for me in the end. But then again, taking into context what I went through with my past with my eating disorder, it allowed me to isolate myself, and I wasn't able to live a normal, I guess you could say, 18-year-old life. I mean, I had my own apartment, 1 bedroom by myself when I was 18, and I pretty much didn't go outside, didn't really talk to anybody other than to, you know, go to the gym or, you know, ride my bike or whatever it may be. But yeah, in that sense, I don't think it's the most beneficial by any means. So, alrighty, and the next question is going to be coming from Kim Villano, who says, do you need so many calories due to your past with anorexia, or because you work out a lot, or something else? No, I mean, I don't need technically a lot of calories because of my past with anorexia. I typically eat a large amount of calories because I'm an active guy. I ride bikes, I lift weights, and yeah, granted, when you are in recovery from anorexia or any period of starvation, you will need more calories. That's pretty much what I've always said. In the end though, it really just will depend on how severe your malnourishment was or is, but that's going to vary from person. Alrighty, the next question is going to be coming from G Who Know. Clever name. Would you rather have a complete understanding of fitness or a complete understanding of nutrition? I would rather, that's a very baffling question. I would actually rather have a complete understanding of fitness if I had to pick one. I think having a complete understanding of nutrition, if I were just completely, my opinion right here, I think that that would set you up for a world of overthinking, of overanalyzing of everything. I can picture anybody having a complete understanding of nutrition, going out to a bar, restaurant, or anything like that, and just being completely like having a plate of food sitting in front of them and just having like a shit ton of numbers just like pop up, like they just going through their head like a calculator, like over and over and over again, and that's just what I'm picturing right now with that. Granted, there's probably some negatives to having a complete understanding of fitness as well, but I mean, that's just what I... Alrighty, the next question is going to be coming from Dan Freeman 98, who says, what do you think about artificial sweeteners? Great question here. Artificial sweeteners get a huge negative rap, I guess you could say, in the world of nutrition and just actually in general. People are very, they think that artificial sweeteners are bad mainly because of misguided views in a lot of studies that were done in the past, just in different contexts. And that's why I say, guys, you really have to look at, when you are analyzing things like this, look at the studies that are put out there and how they're actually done, who's funding them, because in my opinion, artificial sweeteners are perfectly fine. It's when people overconsume them and rely on them, that's when things start to really spiral out of whack. That's when things start to really spiral out of whack. But for the most part, artificial sweeteners are perfectly fine. A lot of people like stevia. I don't like stevia at all, taste-wise, just is not, no thank you. Aspartame, all that, it's completely fine, just as long as you're, again, not over. And the next question is gonna be coming from Henry's Bedroom, who says, if you had to eat only one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be? Love your videos. Oh, I get this question a lot. It changes a lot. I'm gonna throw something crazy out at you guys right now. If I had to eat something for the rest of my life, and it had to be one thing only, because I've been feeling them a lot lately, it would have to be toaster strudel. Seriously, delicious. Alrighty, and I'm picking this question for last to hopefully clear the air, to hopefully, well, even though it will always be asked, but pick one cereal that you had to eat for the rest of your life, that you have to eat for the rest of your life. What would it be? Oh man, I've talked about my love for Honey Bunches of Oats a lot. So, one cereal that I have to eat for the rest of my life. I'm gonna throw another crazy one out at you guys. And I'm gonna say that for the rest of my life, if I had to eat one cereal only, it's one of my all-time favorites, that I want all of you to try. If you do try it, be prepared for your mouth, the top of your mouth to get just completely obliterated. But O's, one of my favorite cereals of all time. You guys have to go check them out. Try them out. Love them, enjoy them, thank me later, seriously. Alright everybody, so that's been the Sunday night Q&A. Hope you all enjoyed it, hope you all liked it. If you haven't already, feel free to follow me on my social media. Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, even Instagram. You know the drill. Thanks again for watching, guys, and go ride a bike.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000! What, 9,000?